I've been feeling very overwhelmed by Clash Royale. And as you can see from this deck, this is basically what my brain looks like in a nutshell. And that's what we're going to be trying to play today. So now I'm going to pre-record videos in hopes that, excuse me, in hopes that in case I deal with numerous crashes again, I have videos. Over the best. I don't know if it's my PC. I don't know if it's Clash Royale. I don't really know what it is. But either way, stuff's not working. But okay. So we're playing this deck today. It's very just doesn't make sense. It's very why is there this? Why is there that? And that's my goal today. It's it's not something I would normally ever play, and I'm not a fan of ever playing decks like this, but it's like for content, it's content. That's kind of how I've been starting to see stuff like this now. Like instead of just being like, wow, that deck looks awful. Wow, why am I going against this grossness? I just don't care, and I'm just placing cards and commentating because that's my job. No, I will be completely honest. I do enjoy Clash Royale as a game. I don't enjoy how a lot of like the theories people talk about, or like, let me give an example to context. Like when you make a new deck and you go up against that exact counter for that deck, as if they want you to play the old deck that you have. You know what I mean? Like, basically what I'm trying to say is it just kind of seems like you go up against exact counters almost every single game, so you stay on longer to be able to try and finally get that win, and then they give you the win after an hour because they genuinely feel bad because it's the fact that you bet on the game for so many hours. You know what I mean? Like, the more hours you're on, the more likely you are to then, go upgrade your cards. The more time you're on the game, the more often or likely you are to buy, because that's just how time works. You're on long enough, there's more of that chance of doing so. How does he have a muskie in this deck? Okay, I'm just gonna do something different. Like, I just don't... How much elixir do you have? Like, this blows me. How do you have so much elixir? Hello? I'm gonna P.E.K.K.A, I guess. I don't really know what to do here. Like, it's just not going well. I'm gonna log. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna hopefully be able to do the ability. Ability! I'm so glad the ability worked. Usually the ability doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad. Did he just rage the Hog Rider? Or the other thing? I'm ignoring that. Alright, I'm gonna peck to the left here. I'm gonna muskie as well. I'm not the I'm not saying that word. Alright, I'm gonna fireball. Please hit. W hitage. Okay. Yeah. Evo, that is... I feel like I just give this guy the win at this point, no? Alright, game number 2. Now, let's go. I mean, we were just talking about Evo Musketeer. How crazy is that, right? How crazy. We were just talking about Euro Musketeer. How crazy. And then what? Hero Witch, the one of the most broken cards in the game that they don't ever plan on nerfing. Crazy. That's bonkers, bro. That's bonkers. Alright, so he's playing Hog Rider Tesla. Okay. This might just be like a 2.9 Muskie Hog. I think that's exactly what it is. Yo. Why does Clash Royale just not like their creators one bit? When I can't just record one video. This is bonkers. There we go. Alright, we're gonna have this whoop-ow. Nice. Cool. Okay. We did some damage there. Hopefully that Tesla will break. That Tesla's gonna break, right? Yeah, that Tesla will break. Cool. I'm gonna ability here. Ability doesn't work. You know, I felt like I heard that button a couple times, but hey, my microphone, my headphones are broken, so I might just be hearing things. Let's. Nah, he has evil Tesla. We'll wait on this. I guess we'll cannon here. Yep, cool. Nice. Wait for it. Nice. We were able to counter a Hog Rider. You know what? It's baby steps. Baby steps in this little world we live in. I'm gonna I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna try and have the king activation, even though he's probably just gonna take the tower anyways. Let's just do that. King activation. Yep, dope. And it reached. You know, sometimes it doesn't reach, so I'm glad it did that time. Hog Rider's gonna do that. Let's build up a push. Let's peck in the back. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just gonna Mega Knight. I think that is the only logical thing that's. We're gonna P.E.K.K.A here. Or whatever that card's called. That thing. So we can counter that. That's cool. It does almost death. I'm gonna Fireball. Yep. Dope. Dope Fireball. Yep. Alright. Let's go on that left. I'm gonna ability. Ability doesn't work, but that's okay. That's on the tower. We'll take that. Yep. Mm-hmm. P.E.K.K.A's almost there. Will it get there? It won't because that's there. So I'm going to place another P.E.K.K.A and hope for the best. And then we're just going to Musketeer that as well. Follow that up by absolutely nothing because I can't counter with absolutely nothing. I'm going to ability. Ability doesn't work for the 20th time. Let's now wait for that P.E.K.K.A to hit. Is it going to hit? It does. I cannot believe we got a connection. You know, after all that elixir, one connection is better than no connection. Yo, hell, man. Alright, we're gonna let that go because there's not much I can do about that. I'm gonna, when the time is right, I'm gonna hit that. Now, is that unfortunate that Fireball? Yep. And that does that. That does a couple hundred damage. I'm gonna busket. Ooh, that's not good. I'm gonna cannon here and hope for the best. Uh-oh. Yay! Now, unfortunately, I don't know what hero ability I'm hearing because the hero's dead. Let's. I mean, we can't really. I was gonna say, like, let's just Hog Rider, but I mean, the game doesn't give me a chance to do so. Let's. P.E.K.K.A. Okay. Yep, that's a start. Let's Musketeer. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Yep, ability. I'm gonna Fireball. We'll start getting that cycle going. Yup. There's a chance we win this. There's low-key a chance we obviously don't because everything got countered by 2 elixir cards. Welcome to Clash Royale. At this, that's going to do a little bit of damage. I'm going to P.E.K.K.A when the game allows me to. There we go. P.E.K.K.A goes through. I'm going to log. I'm going to Fireball this. Fireball just barely misses. What a shocker. Okay. I'm going to cannon here again. And then, obviously, we're not going to get much damage through. And, of course, he has that somehow. Let's hit this. I forgot he has, like, Loki bow towers. Okay, let's... Okay. Mega Knight on this left tower. He has 2 Hog Riders somehow, even though that really shouldn't be feasible. You know, I should have fireballed his tower. I didn't think that far. I didn't think we were last 8 seconds. Well, that was Clash Royale with the overwhelming deck. Hopefully you don't feel as overwhelmed as I do because I feel like my brain's about to explode. Jesus loves y'all. Have a good day. Toodles. I'm gonna go stare at a wall for an hour.